I love potatoes.
I feel like she hates you.
I think so too. And then everybody, welcome back to my channel this time. But it's probably Jocelyn's channel because I failed to upload anything ever.
Ever.
So, hello, good afternoon. Okay, so we're filming mukbang part 2.
Did you watch the full video?
Yes, I did, and I actually like really loved it because I never watch any of your full videos. So that shit, I mean, like, no, dead serious. I normally put your video on like 2x. I mean, but I do that with everyone. Like I watch like every video in like 2x now because it's kind of fun. Like my brain like tries to rush to like understand what everyone's saying. Like, wait, I gotta go back. Here's your fries, girl.
Oh, thanks.
But honestly, you can have some of my fries too because I'm sure I'm not gonna eat them all. Or maybe I will.
I love potatoes.
I am a potato. My life is a potato.
I don't know where to put this.
Here, I'll move this, girl. So Cheyenne and I found this really cute apartment in Summerland.
Oh yeah.
I didn't tell you about it.
You did. Well, you mentioned it.
Yeah. They're doing a showing on Wednesday though, and I have a job interview on Wednesday.
Go to the job interview.
Yeah. Job over home. I mean, shit.
I mean, you can't
Rather
have
have
a
job
home
and be
without a job.
homeless. Exactly. Yeah, literally.
And you can always like schedule another viewing.
Yeah. I already asked if they could. If they could do it a different day, but
Were they down?
they haven't told me yet. But because they literally emailed me at like 11:30. Girl, shit that shit. I have not had a sandwich in so long. Vegetables.
It's literally a piece of lettuce. Ooh, girl.
I'm kind of like super down for it because it's dirt cheap. I mean, $2,100 for a 2-bedroom is like nothing because we were looking for a 1-bedroom and they were all like 18, 19.
Where though?
Like everywhere, like Oxnard, and it was like $2,200 for a 2-bedroom.
Were you looking at like the luxury ones?
I was looking at like the one that doesn't have an elevator.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, are you
Yeah.
looking at normal apartments or are you looking at like, you know, the nicer ones?
No, I was literally looking at both, and like everything was like all around that same price range, and like anything in Santa Barbara was like that or higher.
No.
So I was like, damn, like that's not bad. I'll like pull up the carpet and replace it with like hardwood.
You can't do that.
As long as you return it to wet.
The carpet?
Yeah, like I could put like carpet back down. I don't know if it has carpet or not, but you know. I could put something over it.
Newer apartments don't.
And like I honestly don't know what it's gonna be like. I don't know if it's gonna be like
But you saw
really
pictures,
like a
right?
studio. I saw like 3 pictures of it. I haven't seen like anything of it.
But if it's already
But
like 2 bedrooms, then.
I mean, but 2 bedrooms could also be like a studio. It could be like the size of a studio with like really like closets as bedrooms.
Yeah. But honestly, do you really need that much space?
We looked at a 1-bedroom. We couldn't even fit our bed in the 1-bedroom. Let alone our bed plus Ari's bed plus another bed.
True.
So, and like the fact that like a 1-bedroom was like $1,900 and a 2-bedroom was $2,100,
Yeah.
you know, kind of gives me some hope, I guess. I don't know, like I like the location of it. It's like this little tight, like top of the hill kind of thing. You know where this is? So it's like behind that and up.
Okay. Oh.
It's got really cute, like, you know, like ocean views, obviously. Which wasn't even like on my checklist. Like I could literally be staring at a fucking trash can and I wouldn't care, but
That's new.
well, bitch, I'm
Desperate.
talking like, yeah, literally.
I mean, I'm like, I don't care if it had roaches.
Yeah. That's literally what I'm expecting, is like to walk in as like a rat running across. I'm like, oh, hello.
It's like, Arya, we got you a pet.
But he doesn't hang out with you all the time, just when he wants to.
But you can name him.
But don't tell anybody about him. So first of all, 2 days ago, I called Clarissa and I was like, you need to take me to the hospital, like I'm gonna commit suicide. Because when I came home from dinner with my mom, I honestly wanted to kill myself. Like, and so she like talked me down. But then it like kicked in yesterday. I was like super defeated. And I was realizing like just how like miserable everything has been for the last couple months. Like,
yeah,
you know, it's just like, I feel like I honestly have not caught a break. Like, it's like, oh, you had a fire in your house. Oh, you have to move out of your house. You have to live in a hotel. Okay, that was fun. Well, for a while. And then, oh, your grandma's in the hospital. Oh, she's better. Oh no, no, she's bad again. Like, oh, now she's gone. Like,
yeah, it all happened all at once.
oh, your home that you've like brought both your children home to? Yeah, not gonna be your home anymore. And it's like, oh, by the way, you're 23. Like, I don't know, I just, not to say that like age is anything, because like obviously I'm old enough to have 2 kids, so yeah. I should be old enough to be an adult, but at the same time, like, I don't know, I just think that my grandma wouldn't want things to be happening the way that they are.
In what way though?
Like, I don't think ever she would want us to be struggling to find a place to live, or like not having a place for our kids, like,
oh yeah,
to grow up, you know? Like, and that's the thing that I think upsets me the most, because my mom doesn't care, because it doesn't like affect her like day-to-day life. So
that's shitty.
It really is. But I'm like, okay,
like,
well,
she should be helping you.
She should
care.
But instead she's over here like, oh, you have to move out by, originally it was October 1st. I'm like, October 1st? Like, what the hell am I gonna, and she was like, yeah, like September 1st the house is gonna go on the market, on October 1st the house is gonna be sold. And I'm like, no. Then I went to dinner with them and I'm like, you guys don't get it. Like, I don't have a job. It's pretty fucking hard to go get a job when I have one arm right now. Like, my mom's like, well, grandma's been gone for a month, so you should have been finding a job.
It's literally a month.
I'm like, wow.
It's no, like, that's barely any time.
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I physically cannot. And so she was like, okay, well, we'll give you till November 1st, but your stuff needs to be out of the house on October 31st. Joey is so...
Is on your mom's side?
What she says goes. And it's so wrong. Because he's gonna go back to his apartment in San Diego that my mom pays for, that my mom signed for. Meanwhile, who knows if I can get an apartment, but probably not. And they're probably gonna be like, oh, we need a co-signer. Do I have a co-signer?
Your mom wouldn't do it?
No. She openly said, it's my responsibility. I'm old enough to have 2 kids, so it's my responsibility to find a house.
She knows how hard it is. How can she expect you to, like...
She works in fucking property management. She should fucking know. Like, just honestly, just does not care. So I'm honestly at this point, like, I hope that we don't end up homeless, that we don't end up, like, you know, in a situation, but I don't know, I'm just like very panicky about all of it, like, because it's fucking scary. I was saying to Cheyenne yesterday, I was like, maybe we should like call like child services and like tell them like, hey, like, we don't have a home for our kids. Like, I don't want my kids to grow up like that. I know that my grandma wouldn't want that either, so I was like, maybe we should like see about putting them in foster care. And like Cheyenne got so upset, but I wouldn't ever say that if I actually didn't, you know, like, I love my kids to death. The like fear that we won't have somewhere to live panics me. Section 8 isn't an option because once the house sells, then I do have money. So I have too much money to ever qualify for anything. But I don't have the credit to be able to get an apartment, and I don't have the credit to buy a house.
That is shitty.
It's just wrong, is what it is.
Well, why don't you get it now before you sell the house?
I tried, but their wait list opens October 1st. And their wait list, they said, isn't a guarantee. There's no open apartments. I just feel like a really bad parent, and it's just been stressing me out so much. Long story short, I feel like once I move, I'm not going to tell my mom where I move, and I feel like I'm not going to talk to her. Like, I feel like she's killed our relationship completely.
She's been really like hard on you.
Not even hard, just mean, you know? Hard too, but like
there's no
compassion for your grandchildren, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not just about you finding a place to live. Like, she should at least, like, co-signing is, like, the least she can do.
I don't know, like, be like, hey, I know you can't find a place yet. How about you and Arya come live with me? At least be like, hey, like, I have a place for Aiden and Arya. Like, she has 4 extra bedrooms.
Has she, like, not even offered that?
No. No, she openly said to me at dinner, I would never offer you a place to live because I hate your bitch of a wife.
What the fuck?
Like,
it's, like, not even about her.
Yeah. And Joey was, like, sitting there the whole time and he was like, well, then maybe you shouldn't have ever became a parent. You
I was like, okay, let me just shove my children back up in the womb.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you
These
say
are supposedly your kids, your niece and nephew that you love so much, and your grandchildren that you love so much and adore to the end of the world, but then, like, wow. They're literally gonna sit there laughing while we're fucking homeless. Like,
that's just fucked up.
And then my mom has the nerve to be like, is there anything of grandma's that you want to
fried?
keep? No, girl, you can have it.
I don't want it.
Oh, I'll have it, girl. Definition of our friendship, literally right there.
Yeah.
You want it? No, it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna throw it.
No, girl, I got it.
It's just so,
Shitty.
yeah, and stressful. Like, there's like nothing that we can afford. Cheyenne makes $2,000 a month. So in order for me, like, for us to even be able to afford an apartment,
You need a job.
I need a job. And then even then, like, okay, so I make $2,000 a month and she makes $2,000 a month. Okay, so we're down to $1,800 a month to pay for cars, pay for insurance, pay for the kids.
Honestly, should, like, go, like, get food stamps.
We were already on it. I'm more worried about, like, where are we gonna live? And, like, the sad part, the part that makes me, like, really sad, I know that everything, like, happens for a reason, where, like, I'm trying to believe that. I don't honestly think it anymore, but, like, what am I supposed to do with, like, there's so many, like, things that mean things, like, mean something to me that were, like, my grandma's. And, like, am I even gonna have enough place to put that? Like,
No.
I don't have a garage. I don't have, I mean, all of Joey's stuff that Joey doesn't want to have with him at school, he leaves at home because it's his home and he can go back to it. And my mom doesn't even give me that option.
I feel like she hates you.
I think so too. If you loved me, then you wouldn't do this to me. Like, this is so, she's like, well, you should have, when you were little, I should have let you fall, like, a few more times so that way you could have, like, found a way to stand yourself up. I'm like, that's not the same, Mom.
It's like Joey's
you're,
her favorite and she just has, like, some sort of, like, thing against you. It just
yeah,
seems
she
like.
just hates me. And I don't think that she's ever gonna stop hating me. I don't want to start crying, but I feel like I'm going to. Like, I feel like everything has changed so much that there's, like, not even, like, any hope anymore. Like, I used to, like, think, like, oh, everything's gonna, like, work itself out and, like, everything's gonna be okay, but, like, I'm losing everything. Like, I've lost everything. Like, the one person that I genuinely, like, felt like could be there for me, like, in any situation and could, like, make sure that I was gonna be okay and, like, even if we got in a fight, would, like, tell me that she loved me, like, before I went to bed, is gone. And, like, my mom is just mean. And it's just so hurtful because it's, like, the one person that actually cared about our well-being is gone now. And, like, I'm still suffering through that. And she could care less. It's just wrong.
Yeah. I don't understand that either. Like, that was, like, your mom's mom. Why is she being so just, like, detached and, like, get rid of this, sell the house, quick, quick, quick?
She doesn't know how to deal with her emotions. She clearly never has. So her way of dealing with her emotions is getting rid of it. But I'm like, I just don't get it. And she, like, says these things to me, like, so, like, off the shoulder, like, oh, well, are you gonna deal with the house? Like, are you gonna finish, like, getting the house ready to be sold? And I'm like, huh? Like, and it's just, yeah, it's just miserable. And Joey's like, well, clearly you're just gonna have to move out of state and that sucks for you.
What?
I'm just like, you're 19. Like, he knows everything about everything. One day he's gonna wake up and he's gonna realize I'm an asshole.
Well, definitely moving out of Santa Barbara would be, like, easier to find a place. What if you, like, try looking at apartments by, like, Elwood? Because those are, like, really cheap.
Only thing that I found available right now. 1 bedroom and 1 bath.
Yeah.
$22.95 a month.
That's ridiculous. I mean, Jordan's apartment was $1,300 in Elwood for 1 bedroom. Oh, she literally lives, like, down the street.
See, and that would be, like, way easier to like manage.
And I think even if it's like a 1 bedroom and you like have to like, I don't know, make some space in the living room for like, I don't know, Arya's bed or something. In the meantime, until you like, it's better than being homeless.
Yeah, like my grandma's roses, like that to me, my mom isn't gonna care about those.
Yeah.
But to me, that means something. Like those were my great grandma's roses that my grandma took from our old house before we moved. And so I'm like, that to me is like something special. Like I'd like to keep those roses, and it's always gonna be something that I'll like remember her by. But where the fuck am I gonna plant them? Inside? Like
Once you sell the house, go back and steal them in the middle of the night.
and put them where though? That's the problem. Well, there was the most depressing mukbang
It's dying.
ever.
I know.
Very
Comment,
miserable
subscribe.
life. Yeah, literally. Comment a hate comment to my mom down below, and we'll make sure to send them to her. Okay, guys. So,
Bye.
honestly, I'm like super. Oh God damn, Lord Jesus!
Is it just not working out?
It's just like really orange, isn't it?
No, it's better.
It's better.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put my hair still off.